In the previous episode, it was mentioned that news of Everstone Chen's serious injury has spread throughout the city of 9 provinces. And at this moment, in the Master of Realm Prefecture's residence, Everstone Chen is sitting cross-legged on the bed. After a moment, he slowly opened his eyes. Sure enough, he couldn't find the whereabouts of these exceptional talents using the power of the immortal Tao. Now he could only wait for them to come to him. Everstone Chen thought about it, and then opened the system. He looked at the data on the screen. Everstone Chen felt helpless again. So far, Invincible Domain was only about 60,000 kilometers, with 100,000 mountains yet to be covered. Cloud Prefecture seemed even further away. All you genius warriors better take the bait quickly. My big sword has long been eager and impatient. Just then, there was a slight movement at the door. Everstone Chen was a bit excited. Have they arrived? He immediately released his mind sense. A shadow flashed by at the door. Which room is he in? The shadow is jumping back and forth on the roof. Seeing this, Everstone Chen was speechless for a while. He had never seen such a stupid prodigy. Soon after, he made some noise to give the shadow a hint. Sure enough, the shadow noticed Everstone Chen's room. Everstone Chen closed his eyes. Come in quickly, let me see if it's a big fish. The window opened at this moment, and a dark shadow entered Everstone Chen's room. The dark shadow approached Everstone Chen and slowly raised his right hand. Everstone Chen sensed that this person at the nascent soul stage posed no danger to him, so he remained calm, wanting to see what he was up to. But just at that moment, Everstone Chen's expression changed slightly. He actually touched me. Everstone Chen immediately grabbed his hand. He flipped over and pinned the dark figure on the bed. He angrily shouted, "Isn't this going too far? You want to kill me, that's one thing. You actually want to tarnish my innocence." Everstone Chen just finished speaking. He was completely stunned. "Silvara, how come it's you?" Silvara Jiang said very grievously, "I heard that you were seriously injured. There are heavy guards outside, and the report has been delayed for too long. That's why I climbed over the wall to come in." "Husband, let me see where you were injured." Silvara Jiang unbuttoned Everstone Chen's shirt. She checked on Everstone Chen until she made sure he was okay. She finally relaxed. Everstone Chen was touched by how caring Silvara Jiang was towards him. He said affectionately, "Silvara, I am very happy that you're here." These heartfelt words stirred Silvara Jiang's emotions, and she shyly asked, "Husband, do you want to have a bridal chamber tonight?" Everstone Chen's heart was in turmoil. He thought about it but decided that tonight was not the right time, as the Tianju might arrive at any moment. Upon hearing this, Silvara Jiang threw herself into Everstone Chen's arms. Now in the lower realm, they could only rely on her husband to single-handedly fight against the celestial realm. It was really hard work for her husband. The two were deeply engrossed in each other at that moment. A voice sounded at the door. "Master of Realm Prefecture, are you asleep?" Silvara Jiang frowned and said, "It seems that Tian Jiao has come to check on your condition. I will go into hiding first. Call me if you need help," said Silvara Jiang as she then went under the bed. And Everstone Chen couldn't help but sigh as he called out, "Silvara, come out. The cocky ones might have already seen through this plan. They are not easily deceived." However, Silvara Jiang firmly declared, "Carefulness is the mother of long-term ship. And my trick is very clever. They will never expect there is someone under the bed." Just as Silvara Jiang finished speaking, the door was pushed open and River Ming hurriedly ran in. He looked worriedly at Everstone Chen and said, "I heard you were injured. Let me examine your injury." After speaking, she began to pull off Everstone Chen's clothes. "Sister, you can't do this. You can't touch there." "Everstone, relax a bit. Don't be so tense. It won't hurt much." Silvara Jiang, listening to this noise, people are about to explode. At the same time, outside the room, Nanrong, who is about to use a beauty trap on Everstone Chen, is feeling very bad after witnessing everything. Damn, Everstone Chen is really playing wild, actually asking his wife to hide under the bed and watch him flirting with his mistress. His preferences are really something else. However, why am I getting more and more excited? Would it be more thrilling if I joined them? Everstone Chen never dreamed of it. The reincarnated prodigy Nanrong is even more theatrical than he is. Just now, the master of Ghost Prefecture, River Ming, came to Everstone Chen's room. Without saying a word, she immediately wanted to give Everstone Chen a full-body massage. Everstone Chen says he doesn't want it, even though he's saying it. His expression is intriguing. However, thinking of Silvara Jiang still hiding under the bed, Everstone Chen immediately became serious. My good sister, you may easily be misunderstood by acting like this. River Ming said lightly. I won't pay attention to those rumors and gossip. Upon hearing this, Everstone Chen was speechless for a moment. I do care, said River Ming. I came here today unexpectedly. But now, if anything happens to 9 provinces, the master of Realm Prefecture cannot be in danger. Tonight, let River Ming accompany you and guard your safety. Silvara Jiang was furious when she saw River Ming reluctant to leave. She secretly vowed to teach Everstone Chen a lesson later. And at this moment, Everstone Chen was also feeling a headache. He first politely declined River Ming, and then contemplated in his heart. The master of Ghost Prefecture, River Ming, was the first in the 9 provinces to nominate me as the Lord. Later, she actively coordinated with the other masters of Realm Prefecture to push me into the position of the master of 9 provinces. Although I know very little about her, she did help me a lot after taking office. It's just a trick played on the proud, but unexpectedly, it scared her. I really don't know if it's good or bad that this person cares so much about me. When Everstone Chen was sighing, suddenly the system prompted. Please be aware, host, a reincarnated prodigy lurking near Everstone Chen has been detected. A hint of a smile appeared at the corner of Everstone Chen's mouth. Finally you've come. At this moment, Nanrong also panicked and fled due to the revealed hiding method reaching its limit. She was shocked in her heart. As expected, Everstone Chen pretended to be seriously injured in order to lure us out. I must quickly inform my companions. Nanrong was thinking like this when suddenly Everstone Chen appeared in front of him. Good evening, I have been waiting for you for a long time, Xiao Tianju. However, just at this moment, Lunar Kong and Righteousness Wu suddenly appeared above Everstone Chen's head. Righteousness Wu looked smug and said, I told you earlier, your seduction plan wouldn't work, Nanrong. At a critical moment, you still have to rely on seizing opportunities. Everstone Chen's smile deepened. In that case, it seems that you guys are quite powerful. The 3 prodigies didn't dare to be negligent, and all unleashed their strongest attacks. Lunar Kang's Nebula Sacred Flash and Nanrong's 100 Flowers Buddha Finger. The Crimson Spirit Divine Forging of Righteousness were all top-tier celestial techniques. However, Everstone Chen never paid them any attention at all. Only to see a golden long roaring up in the sky. Not even a minute. The trio of Sky Pride has become prisoners. At this time, Everstone Chen transformed into a warm big brother. He touched Nanrong and said, I am not some big villain. As long as you answer my questions, I won't harm you. However, in his heart, he was thinking about the hiding technique that even the system couldn't detect these days. He wanted to understand it first before turning them into domain value. However, just at this moment, Silvara Jiang and River Ming walked out of the house. When they saw Silvara Jiang Everstone Chen approaching, they quickly stopped them, saying, Don't come over. These are all reincarnations of celestial beings, possessing various extraordinary celestial techniques. They are amazing. Nanrong frowned. He was so cautious that he had no chance to make a move. Anyway, it's just a strand of soul. Let me use my last charm offensive. Suddenly, Nanrong had a girlish look on his face. Mr. Chen, I miss you so much. I feel restless without you, and I can't sleep at night. Everstone Chen was stunned. What nonsense are you talking about? I don't even know you. Nanrong let out a light sigh, looking somewhat disappointed.
Mr. Chen, is that your wife? Why have you never mentioned her to me?
Everstone, do you know what I lack right now? I lack you. Silvara Jiang said coldly.
Everstone is mine. No one can take him away.
But little did she know. Nanrong said indifferently.
I don't mind living together with 3 people.
This provoked Silvara Jiang, who drew her sword to strike. Everstone Chen never dreamt that Bella Linger and Luna White would come to find him. Just now, Nanrong used her charm on Everstone Chen, looking all coy and sweet. River Ming couldn't help but exclaim.
I never thought that the arrogant prodigy would also have a day of being subdued. He is really surprising.
On the other side, in the small town of Cloud Prefecture, bodies are scattered everywhere at this moment, and the fresh blood has dyed the ground red. The reincarnated prodigy Dia Li said excitedly.
After slaughtering 5 cities, I have finally succeeded in refining the immortal slaying sword.
Another reincarnated prodigy Guan Zhong turned his head to look at the thatched grass in the corner and casually said,
It even revealed a little fish.
In an instant, a child was carried out by Dia Li. He walked forward, spoke indifferently,
just in time to use him as a sword sacrifice.
And then he swung towards the child. Just at that moment, an angry voice sounded,
Let him go!
Immediately followed by a flash of golden light hitting Guan Zhang's arm. Not far away, Bella Linger and Luna White appeared. They teleported and appeared in front of the child. Bella Linger angrily shouted,
Not even sparing the child, you bunch of innocent killers!
Dia Li excitedly drew his sword and charged forward.
You are actually from the celestial body, responsible for slaughtering so many cities. It's my first time encountering someone like you. If I sacrifice you to my immortal slaying sword, my power will reach a new level.
Bella Linger became even more furious upon hearing this.
So you're saying that all those cities I encountered along the way were slaughtered by you?
After getting Dia Li to confess in person, Bella Linger finally couldn't hold back any longer. She waved the divine sword and struck towards Dia Li with a loud bang. In just one collision, the immortal slaying sword was shattered. Dia Li also fell to the ground. Guan Zhong was greatly surprised.
How do you have the divine sword? Wasn't it in the hands of Everstone Chen?
Bella Linger calmly said.
There's no need for the dead to know so much.
Guan Zhong immediately turned around and ran away. After catching up, Bella Linger gave Guan Zhong a chill right through his heart. After Bella Linger took care of the 2 of them, Luna White sighed lightly.
This is already the 5th city we've seen being slaughtered along the way. The people of the celestial realm are truly wicked.
Bella Linger also had a gloomy face. Just the 5 cities we've seen with our own eyes are already so many. There are probably even more in places we can't see. I speculate that Shifu returns to his clone frequently because of the situation on the 9 provinces continent. In a real crisis. On the other side, Everstone Chen has also received a system notification. Various reincarnated geniuses are rampantly slaughtering in the 9 provinces realm. Please host take immediate action to save the 9 provinces realm. Mission success. Rewarding you with 1 otherworld travel card. If the mission fails, the 9 provinces will perish. Looking at this otherworld travel card, Everstone Chen got excited. System. Is this otherworld travel card as I imagined? Can I travel freely to various worlds, such as Earth? But the system calmly said,
The destination of the crossing is random, depending entirely on the host's luck.
Hearing this, Everstone Chen started to act coquettishly, saying that random traveling is outdated. They just wanted to specify the destination. However, this was of no use. After some teasing, Everstone Chen began to ponder. This mission was caused by Tianju. Just eliminating 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough. Only by completely annihilating them can 9 provinces be saved. The celestial beings in the celestial realm are basically avatars in the mortal world. They can be killed and then resurrected, making it never-ending. Thinking of this, Everstone Chen immediately asked the system if the task had a time limit. The system replied that there is only 1 day left. Everstone Chen rubbed his chin,
time is running out. How can I gather this group of talented individuals together? In the previous episode, Everstone Chen was troubled about how to gather this group of talented individuals together. The heavenly gate in the distance is wide open. These talents are currently at the level of Celestial Emperor. Whether to exchange for a higher level clone, Everstone Chen was also slightly surprised by this. I didn't expect that he actually came down. Let's not exchange the clone first. This time I'm going to make a big move. And at this moment, in a certain forest in Cloud Prefecture, the Tianjia elites are gathered around Killing Sky. Jiang Jadezhen solemnly declared to Killing Sky, "Ninth Prince, I have to go to the Ascended Mountain to pick the Celestial Youth Fruit for my family elders, so I will take my leave." Before Killing Sky could respond, Jiang Jadezhen then left Killing Sky, feeling somewhat displeased as she watched her retreating figure. Being fellow members of the Xianwu Celestial Realm, she actually didn't stay to help me. The people of the Jiang family are really a stubborn bunch. Jiang Jadezhen was also shocked to learn that Killing Sky had actually descended to the mortal realm. It seems that he is determined to seize control of the 9 provinces tripod. At this moment, a Heaven's Pride suddenly complained to Killing Sky about the Everstone Chen's cunning and treacherous nature. He deliberately released false information about being seriously injured, causing Nonrong and others to fall into his trap. Another Heaven's Pride gritted his teeth and said, "That stinky bug Everstone Chen not only dares to kill me, a Heaven's Pride from the Celestial Realm, but also repeatedly obstructs us from collecting the 9 provinces. He truly deserves to die 1,000 times." Facing the criticism from the various Heaven's Prides, Killing Sky slowly extended his right hand, gesturing for everyone to calm down. "In just 5 hours, I will make Everstone Chen beg for life and wish for death. But you also need to cooperate with me. The plan is divided into 2 steps. First, gather all the Tianjia near Cloud Prefecture that can be contacted and start the massacre. Bring them extreme despair and panic. Give them a glimmer of hope when they truly collapse. The hope lies in the hands of Everstone Chen. As long as you, Master of Realm Prefecture, hand over the 9 provinces tripod to us, this slaughter will come to an end. You will all be able to survive. In this way, without us taking action, these ants will start to riot and force Everstone Chen to hand over the 9 provinces tripod. Next, as long as Everstone Chen does not want the 9 provinces to perish, as a historical criminal, he will obediently hand over the 9 provinces tripod. By then, he will not be able to do as he pleases and take advantage of us. At this moment, Everstone Chen in Hualong City has no idea that the people of 9 provinces have started a rebellion in the 9 provinces mansion, only to see Nonrong with a bewildered look in his eyes. She begged, saying, "I really don't have it anymore. Help me, please stop." Upon hearing this, Everstone Chen furrowed his brow. This concealment technique was originally a method specialized in cultivating spirit essence in the celestial realm. This technique can evade the exploration of calamities in lower realms and allow the connection between heavenly geniuses. Although this technique is powerful, it also comes with certain risks. Prolonged concealment will backfire on oneself. Mild consequences include becoming foolish like a child, while severe cases may lead to physical deterioration and memory loss. It's a pity. Otherwise, it could have allowed Bella Linger and the others to cultivate. However, he just asked about the connection between the reincarnated heavenly geniuses and the Tao Protectors. Simply put, a Tao Protector is the summoned beast of a heavenly genius. There are various ways to summon them. Those with a high cultivation level can use spirit essence to activate them, while those with lower cultivation levels can only do so through certain mediums. For example, the Jade token of the Ashura Jade. However, the Celestial General summoned by Ashura Jade that time was not suppressed by the Celestial Path due to the Celestial Mark it possessed. This Celestial Mark is probably not that simple. It looks like the plan needs to be advanced. Just capturing the proud sons of heaven is not enough for him. He also needs to capture Tao Protector alive. Everstone Chen has gone mad.
He actually wants to destroy the 9 provinces tripod himself. Just now, the people of 9 provinces have started to condemn Everstone Chen, asking him to hand over the 9 provinces tripod to the celestial being in the celestial realm. And at this moment, the masters of the realm prefecture are also in a panic. The leader of Feng Prefecture said,
I have already sent someone to inform the masters of the realm prefecture in each state.
The leader of Lei Prefecture sighed and said,
My sect has been destroyed in 9 out of 10, now only 1 is barely surviving.
The leader of Crimes Prefecture gritted his teeth and said,
Out of my 8 major trading companies, only 2 young children have survived the madness caused by that group of lunatics. Countless common people have been killed or injured.
Upon hearing this, the leader of Feng Prefecture said,
We must get Everstone Chen to make a decision as soon as possible.
Just then, outside, there was a sudden loud noise followed by an earthquake. The leader of Crimes Prefecture, staring, said,
I feel a terrifying energy attacking. What is happening?
The leader of Lei Prefecture looked outside and suddenly realized,
It's someone attacking 9 provinces tripod in this direction.
The leader of Feng Prefecture was also very shocked. Could it be that Everstone Chen is going to hand over 9 provinces tripod to Hualong City? A golden light broke through the clouds in Hualong City. The raging spiritual energy pressed the people down, making it difficult for them to lift their heads. Ming He and Silvara Jian also looked at Everstone Chen in shock, their hearts filled with confusion. Everstone Chen, on the other hand, had a cold look in his eyes, as he slowly activated the 9 provinces tripod. He suddenly turned his head and smiled.
Silvara is very dangerous. You go into the city, I'll take care of things here, and then come find you.
Without hesitation, Silvara Jiang immediately refused.
I don't want to hide behind husband. I want to stay and face it with you.
Everstone Chen was also overjoyed. Don't worry, I will protect you well. Then Everstone Chen suddenly exerted force. The majestic spiritual energy started to squeeze the 9 provinces tripod. At this moment, masters of Realm Prefecture have also arrived. The Lord of Crimes Prefecture exclaimed,
Is he crazy?
He actually wants to destroy the 9 provinces tripod. Hurry, stop him. And the celestial path has appeared as well. He's crying, saying,
Dad, please don't exert yourself anymore. Once the 9 provinces tripod shatters, the entire 9 provinces realm will collapse, and all living beings will be destroyed.
Everstone Chen showed a determined look and said to Little the celestial path,
Be quiet.
Then, Everstone Chen increased the intensity of the attack. The body of the 9 provinces tripod has started to show cracks. Cultivators, who witnessed all of this, were stunned and going crazy. Everstone Chen plans to take desperate measures, gaining no benefit from either side. And at this moment, the 9 provinces tripod finally couldn't hold it anymore, and the cracked wheel became even larger. And the shaking of the heavens and the earth became increasingly intense. Even the sky turned red, seemingly heralding the beginning of a catastrophic disaster. At this moment, the people of Hualong City have been filled with extreme fear. Run quickly! Has anyone gone to stop Everstone Chen? Just then, a surge of spiritual energy interrupted Everstone Chen's attack. Everstone Chen slowly lifted his head, with a hint of smile on his lips.
Finally, the group of timid turtles are here,
he said. In the sky not far away, Killing Sky, accompanied by the Proud Ones, was staring fiercely at Everstone Chen. In the previous episode, it was mentioned that Everstone Chen attempted to destroy the 9 provinces tripod. At a critical moment, Killing Sky led a group of talented individuals to the scene. Only saw Everstone Chen smiling cunningly, finally gathering all you bastards together. It turns out that this is intentionally done by Everstone Chen. He wants to capture them all in one fell swoop. The onlookers, the masters of Realm Prefecture, had their faces changed drastically at this moment. Despite their age, it was the first time they had seen so many celestial beings, and they were all in a state of panic. On the other side, Killing Sky snorted coldly.
Everstone Chen, you really have guts to force us to show ourselves in this way. Everstone Chen then calmly spoke. You are nothing but a bunch of trash. As the master of 9 provinces, I have the final say in these 9 provinces. Even if I want to destroy the 9 provinces tripod celestial being, you must shut up. After that, Everstone Chen snapped his fingers. The 2 geniuses next to Killing Sky immediately spit out blood. They instantly turned into Everstone Chen's 5,000 domain value. See this? Killing Sky is furious. Since you are seeking death, then we shall do as you wish. The Proud Ones. Summoning the Tao Protector, upon hearing this, the Proud Ones began summoning one after another. Red vortexes suddenly appeared in the sky. The celestial beings flew out from the red vortexes. At this moment, Everstone Chen also popped up numerous system pop-ups. Looking at the densely packed celestial being in the sky, Everstone Chen's face is all smiles. That's what makes it fun. At this moment, the masters of the Realm Prefecture are no longer calm. Such a grand scene has never appeared in the 9 provinces before. Could it be that today the 9 provinces will change hands? The master of Wu Prefecture despaired. This Everstone Chen is too arrogant. The Heaven's Pride should be separated and killed. His actions will surely harm all of us. Killing Sky, who at this moment was also arrogant, said, Using the 9 provinces tripod to lure us out, Everstone Chen, this is the worst decision you have ever made in your life. Now you can go die. As soon as Killing Sky finished speaking these words, the Tao Protectors couldn't wait to rush over, wishing to slice and dice the hindrance in their way of seizing the 9 provinces into 1,000 pieces. Everstone Chen responded with a faint smile, saying, A celestial being level Tao Protector is not enough for me to kill. Everstone Chen, activate full power and charge ahead. He slowly raised his left leg, and Everstone Chen, with the soles of his feet facing the sky, transformed the celestial power into a bow. Everstone Chen calmly pulled the bowstring, and suddenly let go. A sword chi broke through the clouds with a dazzling golden light. With a crisp sound, the system prompt for killing the celestial being instantly popped up. Everstone Chen mocked. Such weak strength, is that all you've got? Shortly after, Everstone Chen flew into the sky. He began a massacre. Tao Protectors of celestial being level were no match for Everstone Chen, and turned into domain value. Everstone Chen continued to kill while drinking. When slaughtering innocent civilians in 9 provinces, did you ever think that this day would come? Just in a short 10 seconds. In the sky, there is only Everstone Chen left, and no more Tao Protector. And at this moment, Everstone Chen has harvested so many chives. He immediately instructed the system to expand all domain values to the range of Invincible Domain. The system was overwhelmed, with so many Tao Protectors being killed. It had to expand while simultaneously calculating. The system almost crashed, while on the other end, the second batch of Tao Protectors has arrived. They surrounded Everstone Chen in a row. Killing Sky gritted his teeth and said, You are indeed arrogant. Although the celestial martial stage can dominate the world, facing this crowd tactic, how many rounds can you last, Everstone Chen? The people of my celestial realm are endless. You will eventually die by my hands. Just as Killing Sky finished speaking, the second group of celestial beings launched their most powerful attack. Everstone Chen never dreamed that his clone would be destroyed by someone. Just now, the second wave of celestial being launched an attack on Everstone Chen, only to see Everstone Chen unleash the mighty Heavenly Long. The second wave of celestial beings all turned into domain value. The people of Realm Prefecture and Hualong City were extremely excited at the sight, all cheering and celebrating. But at this moment, Silvara Jiang was full of worry. Because Everstone Chen entrusted the star of the celestial path to her, it means that Silvara Jiang is the ruler of the 9 provinces. Silvara Jiang inwardly wondered, Husband, what are you planning? Why did you give it to me? And at this moment, there was another loud noise in the sky. The third wave of celestial being launched an attack on Everstone Chen. Lord of Mist Prefecture's heart jolted and said, We simply can't get involved in this level of battle. The fate of 9 provinces rests solely on his shoulders. Everstone Chen, you must win. And Everstone Chen lives up to the expectations. A person attacks towards the sky, while Killing Sky snorts coldly. I didn't expect this stinky bug of yours to be quite resilient. But how long can you continue? Just then, Killing Sky clapped its hands. Another row of spatial vortexes suddenly appeared in the sky. Celestial beings of the celestial martial stage emerged one after another from the vortexes. Everstone Chen also received numerous hints. However, facing celestial being Everstone Chen on the same stage, there was not a trace of panic. A celestial being hadn't finished speaking harshly. He was then grabbed by Everstone Chen, who caught him by the head. The young ones are useless. What's the point of calling the old ones? With stage, I am invincible. A big rock bird spits out a light ball at Everstone Chen. But Everstone Chen caught the light ball barehanded. He then threw it back fiercely. The giant rock was instantly smashed into pieces. And the masters of the realm prefecture were completely shocked that even a celestial martial stage could be killed. Fortunately, he is on our side. On the other side, Everstone Chen is gathering strength. He unleashed a thunderstrike, causing the celestial beings to turn into Everstone Chen's 5 million domain value. Killing Sky looked grave. He is already exhausted. Move on to the next round quickly. Press on, and don't give him a chance to catch his breath. Everstone Chen turned around to assess this. Killing Sky, a celestial being at the celestial martial stage, is worth 5 million domain value. I wonder how much domain value a celestial being at the celestial emperor stage is worth. However, just at this moment, a sharp claw reached out towards Everstone Chen. After dodging, Everstone Chen turned back. The system gave a prompt. Detected the appearance of celestial martial pinnacled out protector. Insufficient strength of the doppelganger. Please exchange for a stronger one as soon as possible. Shortly after, there was another prompt with urgency. Behind Killing Sky, celestial martial pinnacles Tao protector was already standing in full force. Killing Sky triumphantly said, Everstone Chen, how much longer can you hold on? As soon as the words fell, a slap was enough to bring out all the snot and tears from Killing Sky. Everstone Chen sneered. You worthless people are not worth fearing at all. Killing Sky covered his face, completely enraged. A group of idiots, what are you waiting for? Attack together and tear him into pieces for me. Countless spells instantly rushed towards Everstone Chen. After Everstone Chen dodges, he rushed towards Celestial Being again. However, even though Everstone Chen is powerful, he couldn't withstand the continuous attacks from Celestial Being. After just a few rounds, Everstone Chen was struck on the shoulder by a sword. And he was kicked by someone and sent flying. A moment later, Everstone Chen reached out a hand from the ruins. His mouth was bleeding. Sneak attack? Or quite skillful? But I have no right to say anything. After all, it's all life and death struggles. Watching the celestial beings of Everstone Chen approaching step by step, he secretly thought to himself that the distance from the Invincible Domain expanding to the Cloud Prefecture is still a bit short. I must withstand the next wave of attacks. Killing Sky was extremely excited at this time. Aren't you good at talking big? You can't even handle the Celestial Martial stage. Our side hasn't even brought out the Celestial King yet. Bring them all up. It's time to end this. Everstone Chen has attacked the members of Celestial Being again. He quickly claimed the lives of several members of Celestial Being, but Everstone Chen was also injured. His strength gradually gave out, breathing heavily. The surrounding crowd of people was deeply moved by the scene. Minghe covered her mouth, unable to bear watching Everstone Chen get hurt. Silvara Zhang's eyes were already filled with tears. However, with a loud bang, Everstone Chen's body was pierced by a spear. Everstone Chen was killed. Now, the people of the 9 provinces have lost their protector. How should they choose? Just now, Everstone Chen was pierced by a spear by the Celestial Being. The celestial being saw Everstone Chen lose his ability to fight. Killing Sky brandishes his sword and strikes. Silvara Jiang rushed up in a desperate attempt to save her husband. But she was stopped by Everstone Chen. After Everstone Chen smiled slightly, "Silvara, I will definitely find you." His head was chopped off by Killing Sky. Temple of Celestial Being in the Great Mountains. Everstone Chen looks up at the sky filled with light feathers. At this moment, the system prompts. The host's domain value is sufficient to cover the entire cloud prefecture. Whether to cover immediately? Everstone Chen calmly said, "Cover." Subsequently, the range of the Invincible Domain began to expand. Everstone Chen hurriedly asked, "How much longer?" System prompt, "Very soon." However, on the other side, when the common people saw that the Master of Realm Prefecture had died, they were all shocked. The Master of Realm Prefecture has also died in battle. "Shall we surrender?" a trembling commoner said, while the others remained silent. Obviously, at this moment, they were all frightened and at a loss. The Masters of Realm Prefectures from other states also showed expressions of despair at this moment. The Lord of Crime's Prefecture gritted his teeth and said, "Are we really unable to do anything?" The Lord of Feng Prefecture sighed. "At this moment, we can only do one thing." Then he picked up the 9 provinces tripod from the ground. He respectfully presented the 9 provinces tripod to Killing Sky, offering it back to the 9 provinces continent. He hoped that the celestial realm and celestial being would spare their lives. In addition, Everstone Chen's actions were not what the people of the 9 provinces desired. It was all his own decision. Fortunately, Everstone Chen was eliminated by the celestial being, bringing peace to our 9 provinces. Killing Sky has taken possession of the 9 provinces tripod. He excitedly raises it up high, saying, "Afterward, the 9 heavens will be mine. You ants will become my energy bars for advancing to become a celestial sovereign." Hearing this, the Masters of Realm Prefecture were shocked. His goal is to absorb the energy of the 9 provinces. Does that mean we will become sacrificial lambs in the future? River Ming is shedding tears. Without Everstone, we can't do anything. However, when Killing Sky was merging with 9 provinces tripod, 9 provinces tripod suddenly exploded. Killing Sky was furious to find out that it was actually a fake. He then grabbed the Lord of Feng Prefecture and exclaimed, "You scoundrel! How dare you deceive me?" The Lord of Feng Prefecture was also taken aback and quickly said, "Please spare me, Celestial Master. The 9 provinces tripod has always been in Everstone Chen's hands. I am not sure about it." If there is someone who knows, it must be his wife, Everstone Chen. Killing Sky looked back and gazed down at Silvara Jiang. Silvara Jiang gritted her teeth, and at that moment, her killing intent erupted. "I will kill you!" Silvara Jiang swung her sword, slashing out like Killing Sky. However, she was controlled by Killing Sky before she could even get close. "Someone come! Strip her clothes off. I want to see where she hid the 9 provinces tripod." A nascent soul stage celestial being from Xian, Wu's celestial realm pounds toward Silvara Jiang. He also lewdly said, "We're here. You better scream as loud as you can. The louder you scream, the more excited we get." Just as the nascent soul stage celestial being was about to make a move, a bolt of lightning separated them from Silvara Jiang. "The celestial path has appeared. I'm here to help you break through and kill these bastards." The celestial path was not handsome for even a second. He was blinded. Why did my power disappear? It turns out that the celestial being of Celestial Martial Pinnacle made a move and suppressed the celestial path, causing the lightning barrier to disappear. The nascent soul stage celestial being shamelessly rushed toward Silvara Jiang. Silvara Jiang wielded her sword to resist, but how could she be a match for the celestial being? Very soon, she was trampled underfoot by the celestial being. Silvara Jiang endured intense pain, calling out for her husband with each breath. This is the most passionate episode one have ever seen. Silvara Jiang is being stepped on by celestial being foot by foot. Some cowardly and selfish individuals are accusing that woman. What's going on with her? If she doesn't hand over the 9 provinces tripod, does she still want to harm all of us? The Lord of Wu Prefecture has fallen into deep self-blame. Silvara Jiang can go this far for Everstone Chen. What about us? The Lord of Crime's Prefecture also gritted his teeth at Feng Qing, that old thief. If he doesn't speak, who will know that the 9 provinces tripod is on her? She wouldn't suffer this humiliation either. River Ming, watching this scene, was also moved. I understand that you want to protect the longevity tripod. But Everstone is already dead. How long can you hold on? At this moment, the nascent soul stage celestial beings are extremely excited. They are gathering fireballs in their hands. They actually want to burn Silvara Jiang alive. Silvara Jiang's life is hanging by a thread. The spiritual energy attacks directly and instantly kills the celestial being who made a move. You celestial realm celestial being have gone too far. It turns out that the one who made a move is the ruler of various states. Seeing this, Killing Sky coldly snorted, "You ignorant fools! Since you want to be the next Everstone Chen, I will fulfill your wish." Only hearing a loud bang, a majestic celestial power pressed down on the crowd, rendering them immobile. The people of the 9 provinces are now in revolt. Since we are all going to die anyway, we might as well give it a try. Go to hell, you jerk celestial being. The people of the 9 provinces rushed towards Killing Sky. Just as they approached Killing Sky, Killing Sky suddenly got excited. Look, a group of beasts actually wants to attack me. Then Killing Sky casually launched an attack, causing the lords of various states and the people to fall to the ground in pain. After the smoke cleared, a blazing fire broke out in the city of 9 provinces, causing the Lord of Feng Prefecture to hold his head in pain. You fools, what are you rushing for? Everything is over now. Meanwhile, the celestial realm celestial being also launched a hunt against the surviving humans. They want to annihilate the 9 provinces and leave no one alive. Killing Sky walked up to Silvara Jiang at this time, and with a sinister tone said, "The people of the 9 provinces are almost exterminated. This reward is not bad, right?" He then slowly walked towards Silvara Jiang and said, "Now it's your turn. Since you have chosen to confront us, you must be prepared to pay the price." After saying that, Killing Sky raised his shining sword and aimed it towards Silvara Jiang, while Silvara Jiang closed her eyes in despair. But just at that moment, there was a sound of a sharp hit. With Sword Chi helping to block Killing Sky's attack, Silvara Jiang opened her eyes. 2 girls were seen rushing over with their swords waving towards the side. At this moment, Bella Lingers saw the head of Everstone Chen, although she knew it was an avatar. But her tears still fell, and then she shouted, "Master, why haven't you appeared yet? If you don't come soon, it will be too late." Killing Sky was not pleased. "What are you yelling about, little girl?" Then, there was a sudden cracking sound, and a big crack appeared in the sky. And Killing Sky has already sensed the aura of Everstone Chen, buzzing in his head. Hasn't he already died? Killing Sky was completely dumbfounded. I've already killed him. However, when he saw Everstone Chen walking out of the void with his own eyes, he began to feel a brain earthquake. What on earth is going on? Is it possible that the previous one was his clone? This is definitely not possible. Everstone Chen saw dead bodies scattered all over Hualong City. His anger had long accumulated to the fullest. The system is afraid that Everstone Chen will act impulsively, so it quickly reminds him to wait a moment. Invincible Domain has not fully expanded yet. A moment later, a ding sound rang out, and Invincible Domain has already covered the entire Cloud Prefecture. Please enjoy to your heart's content, host. Everstone Chen couldn't wait to unleash a thunderstrike. Killing Sky let out a miserable scream. He was heavily smashed to the ground. After the smoke cleared, Killing Sky spat out blood in large mouthfuls. At this moment, he still couldn't understand why he was able to attack me when he didn't cast any spells. Everstone Chen, on the other hand, had a gloomy face and couldn't help but curse. "What the hell are you doing, you bloody beast?" Killing Sky coldly snorted and threw a punch towards Everstone Chen. "You ants, I'll kill whoever I want to. You punk, do you dare to challenge me?" Everstone Chen quickly moved in front of Killing Sky. He slammed him heavily to the ground with a bang. Then he stomped down with one foot. Suddenly, golden light shimmered, and the earth trembled. Everstone Chen just embedded Killing Sky's face into the ground like this. Killing Sky is furious. "No one has ever dared to insult me, Everstone Chen, in such a way. You persistent scoundrel, go die." Later, Killing Sky summoned Tao Protector Outer World Demon. An immortal demon rushed out from the void and launched the strongest attack against Everstone Chen. While Everstone Chen remained calm, he slowly reached out his hand and uttered the word "death" from his mouth. A golden light emerged from his palm and bathed the Outer World Demon in it. He screamed for the prince to save him, while Killing Sky remained silent. In this way, a few seconds passed. Outer World Demon transformed into Everstone Chen, with a domain value of 9 million. The heavenly proud ones and the celestial beings were shocked that an immortal demon of the celestial king level was defeated in one move. We couldn't detect any clue to this child's cultivation level. In fact, their strength may far exceed that of the celestial king by much. While Killing Sky took advantage of the moment when Everstone Chen killed the Outer World Demon in one move, he broke free from under his feet. He couldn't wait to shout at the celestial beings. "What are you all waiting for? Attack together! If we can kill Everstone Chen once, can't we kill him a second time? If I die in the lower realm, none of you will have a good ending when you go back." Upon hearing this, the celestial beings fell silent. Killing Sky was right. If he dies, the celestial realm will also have no place for us to stand. So the celestial beings continued to follow Killing Sky in summoning even stronger beings. In an instant, the sky turned dark, and countless celestial beings surged out from the void. The previous episode mentioned that Killing Sky and the other celestial beings once again summoned a wave of celestial beings. But Everstone Chen just snapped his fingers and suddenly, the summoned celestial being transformed into wave after wave of domain value. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, Xianxia flew out from amidst the raging flames. Sensing the rampant spiritual energy, Xianxia's heart raced as she said, "The commotion caused by the Ninth Prince's group is really too much." Thinking to herself, Xianxia hurriedly flew towards Hualong City. "I haven't exchanged my celestial fruit yet. I must go and tell them not to involve the Ascended Mountain," she thought. At this moment, the surviving people in Hualong City, along with Bellalinger, were all shocked. Is the ability to wipe out a group of celestial beings with just a snap of your fingers the true power of the Master of Realm Prefecture? We are truly fortunate that he is on our side, just at this moment. Xianxia has arrived. When he saw Everstone Chen and Killing Sky confronting each other. She's not doing well at all. Oh no, how did Ninth Prince offend this unlucky star? Things are starting to take a turn for the worse. And Killing Sky had a dark look on his face. I understand now. You used a clone to test our strength, luring us into complacency and giving you the opportunity to strike us down in one fell swoop. Everstone Chen, you dare not step forward immediately because you lack confidence, afraid that we will summon an even stronger Tao Protector. I probably have a good idea of your strength. You are Celestial Emperor stage Killing Sky, smugly said. Now that I know your stage, then things will be much easier. Everstone Chen, you are quite someone to have forced me to use the soul-stabilizing essence talisman. This talisman can ignore the constraints of cosmic laws and restore my strength to the celestial realm in a short time. Now let's end all of this. Summon Flame Demon. In an instant, a beam of light descended from the sky. Flame Demon of the Celestial Emperor Pinnacle suddenly appeared, its body occupying the entire sky. Killing Sky snorted coldly. Inside the Celestial Emperor stage, he is invincible. Even at the Celestial Sovereign stage, he can still fight one-on-one. Everstone Chen, what do you have to compete with me? Upon seeing the situation, Jiang Jade Zhen felt extremely anxious. Even the renowned Flame Demon has come. Everstone Chen, if I die, who am I going to exchange fruits with? Just then, Flame Demon launched a devastating attack. The huge blade slashed towards Everstone Chen. And Everstone Chen's mouth lifted slightly at the corner. He lightly raised a finger, solar finger. With a booming sound, Flame Demon transformed into Everstone Chen's 30 million domain value. Killing Sky and Jiang Jade Zhen were both stunned. Am I not mistaken? The experts of the Celestial Emperor Pinnacle were all destroyed by just a finger from him. Killing Sky felt a chill down his back. Just how high is Everstone Chen's cultivation level? At this moment, he only wanted to escape from this nightmarish place. Everstone Chen wouldn't give him a chance. He saw Everstone Chen charging towards him. He kicked him below the belt without any sense of fair play. And then a heavy slap from him. With a loud bang, Killing Sky was knocked down to the ground. When the smoke cleared, Everstone Chen stepped on his face with one foot. He said slowly, I remember last time you were also stepped on by me, like a worm. Now you're back again. How despicable can you be? The dignified ninth prince was insulted like this. No one from the celestial realm came to save you. You are such a failure. But I won't kill you. I will keep you alive to maximize my benefits. Later, Everstone Chen produced a cross. He then nailed Killing Sky onto it with iron nails. He looked at the pig-like squeals of Killing Sky. Everstone Chen said lightly, Hammer every 10 seconds. It doesn't matter if it hurts or not. I don't care until a decent guy comes to save you. How strong is Everstone Chen really? In the Invincible Domain, he can ignore any life. Just now, an hour has passed. Killing Sky has also been pierced by countless iron nails. At this moment, he feels completely hopeless. He regrets provoking Everstone Chen. When will this iron nails piercing be over? He had just this thought when all the iron nails were pulled out in an instant. Everstone Chen strolled over leisurely and teased. It's been so long, and the celestial realm still hasn't sent anyone down to rescue you. You're quite a failed prince. Or is it that I haven't exerted enough force on you? How about adding tens of thousands more nails to try it out? Everstone Chen threatened, Killing Sky. Suddenly, a pair of hands embraced me from behind. Silvara Jiang cried uncontrollably. It was real, not an illusion. She cried to confirm once again. Silvara Jiang also bit Everstone Chen's shoulder. Just then, the system suddenly prompted that a heavenly prodigy reincarnation was detected in the domain. However, Everstone Chen did not mind, but gently wiped away Silvara Jiang's tears. I'm sorry. I won't scare you again in the future. Then he used all living creatures to heal Silvara Jiang's injuries. Bella Linger and Luna White appeared at this time, and excitedly threw themselves into Everstone Chen's arms. Seeing this, Silvara Jiang was obviously jealous. She suddenly grabbed Everstone Chen and loudly declared, My husband is mine! Hearing this, Bella Linger also had a volcanic eruption in her mind, wondering how come there was suddenly a teacher wife popping out. Looking at Silvara Jiang with a vigilant gaze, Bella Linger mourns in her heart. I refuse to accept it. A bad woman seducing Sherfu. Seeing the resentful looks from both sides, Everstone Chen is frantically explaining. She is my disciple Bella Linger, and she is my wife whom I married while traveling through the 9 provinces. After he finished speaking, he smirked mischievously and said, We are all on the same side. Looking at this sly expression, the people of Jiang Jade Zhen and Hualong City were all dumbfounded. It's better when Master of Realm Prefecture looks serious. The current expression is too contemptible. However, just at this moment, suddenly, a spatial crack appeared in the sky. Everstone Chen excitedly looked at the crack. Has it finally arrived? And Jiang Jade Zhen felt the terrifying overbearing aura. His face drastically changed. This is the 8-star Buddha finger of the Master of Realm. A single finger can easily destroy dozens of lower realm domains. And at this moment, a hoarse voice also emanated from the crack. People of the lower realm, you are seeking death. Upon hearing this, Killing Sky became excited. It's the Master of the Realm. He's here to save me, Everstone Chen. The Master of the Realm will kill you like a dog. Go die. However, Everstone Chen also raised a finger, saying that I'd like to see who is stronger between my solar finger and yours. Then, Everstone Chen suddenly pointed his finger towards the sky, and the Master of Realm's golden finger was instantly bent. Everstone Chen could not have dreamt that Silvara Jiang was also a reincarnated genius. Just now, Everstone Chen looked at the disappearing golden finger and sarcastically said, "Trash gimmick, not even comparable to a middle finger." Killing Sky and Jiang Jade Zin were shocked. Even Master of Realm couldn't do anything to Everstone Chen? Bella Linger was extremely excited. Shifu is the most powerful, taking down Celestial Realm celestial being. Everstone Chen also made provocative remarks. Do people from your celestial realm all like to be cowardly and hide like turtles, only daring to attack from behind the boundaries without showing up directly? Are you afraid? Jiang Jade Zin couldn't listen anymore and angrily rebuked Everstone Chen. Enough! I know you have great hostility towards the celestial realm and celestial beings, but the celestial realm is not just us celestial kings, there are even more powerful beings. If it weren't for the 9 provinces realm being protected by cosmic laws, even stronger celestial beings would not be able to descend to the lower realms casually. How could I let you act so arrogantly here? Upon hearing this, Everstone Chen suddenly realized. Thank you for the reminder. I was wondering why, despite the long-lasting oppression of the Killing Sky celestial realm, no one dared to descend to the lower realms. It turns out it was because of the cosmic laws. Everstone Chen then summoned the celestial path. Looking at the 9 provinces realm, the heavenly immortals enacted this cosmic law of prohibition. He suddenly made a move to directly modify the cosmic laws. First, celestial beings can ignore the suppression of cosmic laws and exert their power in the lower realms freely. Second, the 9 provinces realm does not restrict the celestial beings' celestial power. Third, celestial beings can unleash their peak strength. He looked at the modified cosmic laws, the celestial path, and felt like crying without tears. As long as you are happy, I do not need to worry about my life or death. And Killing Sky and Jiang Jade Zin instantly shook his mind. How dare he do such a thing? And the people of Hualong City are also confused, tired, on the brink of destruction. Hurry up. And at this moment, Killing Sky finally understood that Everstone Chen had long wanted to eliminate all celestial beings. I led the Tao Protectors to attack Cloud Prefecture to kill his clone. This was all his scheme aimed at all celestial beings. This Everstone Chen is truly terrifying. And Jiang Jade Zin was completely stunned. Madness. How could it be harder to get results than to reach the sky? Just at this moment, Jiang Jade Zin suddenly sensed the imprint of the family Jiang Tao Protector. Looking at the back of Silvara Jiang, Jiang Jade Zin was shocked. She turned out to be the pride of my family Jiang. I never expected that she had long been lurking around Everstone Chen. Moreover, I sensed the presence of the 9 provinces tripod on her. It seems that Everstone Chen trusts her immensely, never once doubting her. And now, as long as she finds the opportunity to disperse her doppelganger on her own, she will be able to use a technique to send the 9 provinces tripod back to the celestial realm. Although her divine soul will be damaged, at that time, 9 provinces will be the cornerstone of our family Jiang. She should be aware of this. We just need to wait and see when she will disperse her soul. Even Everstone Chen couldn't recognize me at first sight. There's nothing you can do, no matter how smart you are. Suddenly, there was a loud rumble in the sky, and a larger vortex appeared. The people are sweating profusely at this moment. With such a large portal, all the celestial beings from the celestial realm must have descended. However, only one woman emerged from the whirlpool.
This person is the head of the Jiang family, Ni Gran Jiang. She looked down at Everstone Chen and spoke lightly.
You really surprised us.